Another question that I get quite frequently is how does distant Reiki work? So, did you know that you can actually receive a Reiki session and not even be physically present in the same room? So, my furthest client is in Sydney, Australia, and I'm in Florida on the other side of the world in a different hemisphere. And it's just amazing to hear the effects. And it's so amazing to see the synchronicities on what's happening on my end as I'm sending Reiki and what they are receiving on their end. So let me ask you a question. Do you know how your Wi-Fi works? I mean, technically, how on your little telephone device, your mobile phone, that we can get apps, that we can talk to people, that we can do our banking online, that we can do pretty much everything and anything nowadays through this little mobile device, all electronically and Wi-Fi. Well, it's the same with Reiki. So I like to describe you can receive a Reiki session in two ways. You can receive it hands-on, where you're physically present, either hands-on or just hovering over your body, or you can receive it from a distance. And the analogy that I like to use is that when you are hands-on or physically present, it's like the computer way back when you had to plug in a cable to get dial-up, right? In order for it to work, to get access to the internet, you had to plug in a cable. Well, that's kind of how like a physical session works. It's the cabled way. And from a distance, it's like that Wi-Fi. You're getting a session in a Wi-Fi manner. In energy work, there's no barrier in space and time. And this is why it works. And it's primarily the intention that the practitioner is setting, the intention to send the Reiki to you, and your intention to receive the benefits of it. So, what to expect in a remote or distant session. So what I suggest is that first of all, we will schedule a time together that works for both of us, a time that works for you. I love to do them just before you're going to bed, before you're going to sleep, so you can just drift off from your session right into sleep. But it doesn't, of course, have to be that way. And if it's your first session, I'll probably have a session, a call with you or a Zoom, an online call, just to walk you through what to expect. But once we're starting our session, what I typically do is I will send you a text to let you know that I am getting prepared for the session. And then we'll be starting the session in about 5 minutes. So I spend some time preparing myself and then I will go right into the session, sending you the Reiki healing energy. Now, what I recommend is that you are in a quiet space, in a space without disruption. And if you have a meditation practice, that you meditate during the session. But of course, you don't have to. Ideally, being in a quiet space so you are more open to receiving the energy, to being aware of the energy, like you would be aware of the energy in a physical session. Of course, if that is not doable for you, you can receive a session anytime, any place, it doesn't matter. But if you are, it's just more open, more aware of receiving the session if you are in a quiet, uninterrupted space. And then after the session is complete, most people actually already know because they feel me when I've disconnected the session. So I'll disconnect from the session. I'll close our session just like I would if you were in person. And then I will let you know that the session is finished. So I turn off all technology during a session. So my phone is off completely. Um, And then when I'm finished, I turn it back on and let you know that the session is complete. After the session is complete, if there's any feedback, then I will provide that to you. If it's your first time, we might do it over the phone together or on a Zoom call, even via text. So if you've done many sessions this way, we might just do a text. I'll let you know what came up. And if you have feedback, you're more than able to share that as well. Um, yeah. It's just amazing to be able to send and receive Reiki from a distance. And this is great when you're not able to come into a physical location, or maybe you're traveling, or maybe there's an emergency situation that's come up and you need to receive Reiki energy to help you with that scenario. So, in any case, I hope that's been helpful for you to understand what to expect during a remote, distant Reiki session. Wherever you are in the world, sending you lots of Reiki love.